Hi, my name is Kevin Good and welcome to my channel. On this particular playlist, we're learning beginning Hebrew. We've gone through the alphabet, we've learned past tense, present tense, a little bit of future tense. Right now we've been going through Psalm 119. We're taking a short break from Psalm 119 to talk about the Hebrew Binyanim. There are 7 Binyanim and I want to go through those today just to help us as we continue to go through Psalm 119. If anything doesn't make sense to you guys, please check back at some of the earlier videos to help bring you up to speed. So for right now, we are going to dive on in and we're going to talk about the Hebrew Binyanim today. Okay, before we get started, remember if you like the content on this channel, on this particular playlist, please hit the like button, subscribe, and also the notification bell so that way you'll know when I release new content. So for right now, we're going to dive into the Hebrew Binyanim. Remember, there are 7 Binyanim. Today, we're going to use the verb katav, which means to write, but we're going to go through. So notice here, as we get started, we have the active voice, passive voice, and reflexive. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Binyanim. That's all you need to know. So that's why each time when I've gone through Psalm 119, I'll write the 3-letter verb. And then I can say, oh yes, it means this, or it might mean that, or this and that. These Binyanim are going to help you to understand the different context of the verb, okay? All right, so I'm going to do my best. We are going to dive on in. We're going to start with katav. We're going to use the past tense, third person, so he or it, in order to move through these for today, okay? Okay, we're going to start with the simple form, pa'al, he wrote, okay? Katavti, I wrote, okay? So katav is he wrote. Then we have the pial, which is more intensive, he engraved, kitev, he engraved, and that's PL, and that's intensive. And then we have the hefil, which is causative, and so we have he dictated. So hiktiv, hiktiv is he dictated. So it can be something as simple as he wrote, katav, or it can be more intense, kitev, he engraved, or it could be you're causing something to happen, hiktiv, he dictated. And that's all in the active voice. So if we come over here, we go to the passive voice, we have nifel, and then we have pual, and then hufal. Okay, so nifel, which is simple, just like the simple in the active voice. So it was written, niktav. Niktav is it was written. Katav, he wrote. So but in that katav is active, nifel is passive. Niktav, it was written. Okay, and then we have the intensive in the passive voice. So kutav is it was engraved, and that's pual. So kutav, which is intensive, it was engraved. And then we have the causative in the passive voice as well. Huktav was dictated, and that's the hufal. So huktav was dictated. So if we go to the active voice in the causative, hiktiv, he dictated, huktav was dictated, passive, okay? Intensive, active, kitev, he engraved. Intensive, passive, kutav, it was engraved. Simple, active, katav, he wrote. Passive, simple, niktav, it was written. You guys kind of see what's going on here? So we have simple active voice, then we have simple passive voice. We have intensive active voice, then we have intensive passive voice. We have intense or causative active voice, and we have causative passive voice. Okay, so we have simple active voice, he wrote. Simple passive voice, it was written. Intensive active voice, he engraved. Intensive passive voice, it was engraved. And then we have causative active voice, he dictated. And then we have causative passive voice, was dictated. Okay, so that's the difference. So katav, he wrote. Niktav, it was written. Kitev, he engraved. Kutav, it was engraved. Hiktiv, he dictated. Huktav was dictated. Okay, and then we have the reflexive, meaning action, I'm doing something or he's doing something. Hit katav, wrote himself. Or hit katavti, I wrote myself. Okay, that's it. I'm going to do a couple more because I know it's a little bit complicated, but remember, there's only 7 binyanim. and the majority of the verbs are going to be 3 letters. Okay, the majority of the roots of the verbs are going to be 3 letters. There are some 4 letters or more, but the majority are going to be 3. So it's if you can get the 3 letters, you can find the meaning and figure out, like, just depending on which verb it's using. That's it. Thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, I have recommended books in the description. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.